We're at Young & Son to drop off the head to get machined. And there was some stuff on it that still needed to come off. Good thing. I always leave my toolbox in the service truck. Alright, we're making more progress. I've got the entire front cover put back together. All the pulleys are on. What else have I done today? The engine roll restrictors back on. I've got the coolant hoses on. Starting to put the fuse box and everything back together. There is coolant in it. I'm getting ready to change the oil here in a minute. I like to put coolant in an engine first that I've had a part like this. That way if we're leaking on the front cover anywhere, I'm going to put pressure to it for a minute, let it sit under pressure. Then if I go to change the oil and I see a lot of coolant in there, obviously I know that I have a problem and a leak before I go too much farther. But we should be good on that front. It's just press and seal for the only coolant passages through it. Still waiting on the gaskets though. It's about 4 o'clock. I didn't get out to the shop until almost 2 today. I had to help Dad with some stuff this morning, but I've maybe got an hour into reassembly today and probably maybe have another 15 or 20 minutes left, and then I'm completely at a stop until those upper intake gaskets show up. But what can you do? I already talked to the customer, told them I'd probably have to wait till tomorrow because at this late in the day I want this thing to run for a few hours before I let it go back to him. So I'm just going to keep messing around here. I got to put the belt on, get the fuse box in. Actually, yeah, after that's all I can do for the rest of the day. So I'll get back with you guys when we get some gaskets in here. It lives. We're about 30 seconds into the first startup. But it's running. No drips or leaks yet. I still haven't cleaned it off. I'm going to pressure wash the cradle and everything before it leaves. But made a hell of a noise until we got everything pumped up. But it's going now. So I'm going to let it sit and run for a while. Try to get the cooling system bled out. And probably get the garage cleaned out. It's already almost 11 o'clock tonight. I spent most of the day out helping somebody else in their shop. Got back, gaskets were here, threw it back together. Probably get everything ready to go tonight, and then tomorrow morning move everything out of the way, get this thing out, go take it for a test drive, and then give it back to the customer. I don't know if you can hear that ticking there, but as with most GMs, it's throwing a P0449. We've got an issue with the EVAP vent solenoid there, and when you reach down in here, you can feel that that's where the ticking is coming from. I've had a handful of these do this before, and it's usually just replaced the vent solenoid. So I'm going to go ahead and order one. The customer's still going to go ahead and get their car back tomorrow. I'm not going to keep it over the weekend waiting for parts for that. I mean, that's a 5-minute job for me to go do, and I can go do it at their house. So I'm just going to keep letting it run here. Cooling system should be about bled out, and we'll go from there. Got the Acadia out of the shop. Runs great again today. We let it sit overnight, rechecked fluids on it. Just went through and nut and bolted everything, went through all of our bolts are accounted for, everything's been used, everything's plugged back in. The only code we have is for the EVAP issue on it. So it ran for about 45 minutes in the shop last night, and it's ran for about an hour in the shop today, and we just pulled it out. I had a customer drop off a Mazda, so I need to get that moved out of the way. Then we'll go take this on its test drive. As long as everything goes great on the test drive, customer's gonna come this afternoon and pick up their car. Then I'll probably go to them next week and go ahead and fix the EVAP issue there. No use in having them leave it in the shop or having to come back out here. They're a little ways away, and it's not really worth their time, especially if they're willing to pay the service call for me to come out there. Just got back from our test drive. The Acadia drove perfect. So I went ahead and called the customer. They're on the way to pick it up. This project's done. Now we're on to the next one. For right now, I got to diagnose an AC issue on the Mazda, but that'll probably be the next video.